How's everyone?
We're good. We're good.
We're good too. We are having such a good time on our LL Variety Show. And Marion is Lovey. That's her new nickname. Well, it's not a new nickname, but it's her nickname for this show. Lovey and Lady Lou. That's how it got to be the LL Variety Show. And we are so tickled to be here. And thank all of you who are there with us. We appreciate you coming in.
We are going to have quite a variety of different topics and interviews with different experts and just people off the street. Like literally, we're going to pull them in off the street like we did with Melinda today and say, hey, what are you doing? Tell us all about it. So you're our first victim. How about that?
Oh, good. Well, okay. All right, I can do this. What are we doing? You tell me, and we'll get her done. We're living the dream. So
this is the LL Variety Show, so anything goes except for no cussing, and please don't show any body parts that would be.
Notice I pulled my blouse up. I just realized, See,
it's a cute blouse.
Thank you. I've already had my first cocktail, and we had dinner on the porch tonight. So, what are those?
How's Beanie?
He's wonderful. He's driving us crazy. He thinks that he should be outside all the time now.
Well, it's perfect weather.
Yes, but I don't have time to play with him outside all the time.
No, I'm going to keep you busy. We're talking to Xerox. How about that?
I love it. I love it. Okay.
So here's my first lesson for anybody that is going to be doing their own show or who is going to be on somebody's show. So this is live streaming, so that means that you probably would want to say good evening because this is an evening show. However, this should be evergreen because anybody could be watching the replay at any time. So it could be morning. They could be watching in China. Maybe not China, but they could be watching in Mexico or in Australia. And so it could be daytime there. It could be winter when they're watching this. So we need to keep in mind that it needs to be evergreen, whatever we're talking about. So if you want to say good afternoon or good morning, you say good day, right? Or, I hope you're having a good day today or something like that. How does that sound?
Fair enough.
Okay, that's evergreen. So that's your lesson for today.
Thank you. Very good lesson.
Yes, it is. And what happened to Melinda? She just disappeared.
Well, we'll just have to drag her back. She went off to play with Beanie.
So I'm in Houston. Lady Lou is in Sandy Acres, somewhere in Texas. Melinda is in Green Acres, somewhere in Texas. But we're all in different areas of Texas.
Having a good time.
There you go. So tonight, I thought we could talk a little bit about some of the things that we're really interested in doing, some of the things that are keeping us active and young, and some of the things that we feel we want to share with others.
Perfect.
So we started our show today, and we really didn't have a plan in mind because our lives change every day, don't they?
Yes, regularly.
Yes. So, Louise, I have a couple of questions for you.
All right.
I know that you are a master gardener, and I know that you're starting a little side business on your farm, growing plants.
Right. Yeah, we call them cuttings.
Oh, you're doing cutting.
Cuttings. That way we take a plant and just nip the heck out of it and plant the cuttings, and they become new plants when they root.
Okay. And so you're taking these new plants after they root and you're repotting them into really nice pots and selling them to your friends, neighbors, business associates, and at the farmer's market or wherever, right?
That's right. And they won't be in fancy pots. They'll be in regular nursery pots because everybody wants to put them in the ground or they want to put them in their own pot. So they'll just be a regular nursery type pot, nothing fancy. And that keeps the price down.
Well, that's interesting that you say that. This time we brought back coconuts from Florida. And usually we bring back something every year from Florida that Art tries to grow or whatever. And we finally got an avocado taking tree, I guess. And
Uh-oh.
excuse me, I'm sorry. And now we'll be loading up coconuts this time because we actually brought back real live coconuts.
Oh, fun. Now you
So
probably have to protect those in the winter.
Actually, what we have to do is you put more mulch, and we can still put them in on our patio.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't actually be hit by the snow or the rain, whatever the case is.
Uh-huh.
But as long as we can, the hail. As long as we can, as long as we can, keep rolling them in and out of the patio, they'll grow
right.
because they normally. Some plants actually take quite a while before they're even 6 feet.
Uh-huh. Well, that's great. I'll be excited to see those things. I've never seen a coconut. I've never been to Hawaii or any place that grows coconuts.
Well, I'll tell you, these are pretty interesting. When we were in Hawaii, there was a lady who had gotten coconuts, and she simply put it in water, and it gave shoots. Well, in Florida, the boys told I shouldn't say the boys, they're grown men. My brother-in-laws actually told Art that we can put half of it into soil and half of it above. And as long as we're watering it correctly, it will grow because that's how they have done their coconut trees.
What do you mean half of it?
It's a round, right? So
root ball.
Sorry?
The root ball?
Yeah, the root ball. Uh-huh. And it's so you only put half of it under soil.
Oh.
And the other half has to remain on top.
Like an avocado. What I do is I stick toothpicks in it and set it into water, half of it into water and the other half's in the air. So,
but the roots have to stay wet. Is that what you said?
That's correct.
Yeah, because they'll dry out.
Right. So
okay, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, keep me apprised.
Well, that's Art's job, but I will tell him. We have divided up the house easily. Excuse me. Oh
my goodness.
Excuse me. If it's outside work, it's Art's job.
Art's job.
Well, and now that I think about it, if it's inside work, no, I'm just kidding.
Well,
he's such a good cook.
He is. Well, that's his. We were talking about that this trip because I'm trying. One of my brother-in-laws from Florida has actually stated that he thinks he is going to be leaving Florida.
Oh.
And I said, right down the road from us, you boys.
There's a house for sale.
That's right. That's right. We do have a house for sale by us. But I was thinking more so that they could open up a restaurant.
You need to take a nap.
That hammock was calling me, but I have work to do. I think you know how that goes.
I do.
I'm very excited. I'm working almost at the last little bits of the website, so I tried to stay up late to do that. And of course, Art was trying to transfer everything over to the new computers, so we stayed up until 2:00 last night. And for us, that's late.
Yes,
That's hard on you.
I'm sleepy by 9 or 10. So I'm sorry that the lady left, but there was a lady in here a few minutes ago. I was just about to say hi to her and talk to her. As we were talking, she just kind of left. But
who was it?
I don't know her name.
Karen Berth.
Karen Beth. Karen Beth, where are you? Come on back in. She's my friend from San Antonio.
She left. What I wanted to tell her and what I want to tell you guys, another lesson. Did you hear my evergreen lesson, Melinda?
No, I apologize. I didn't.
Okay, you had to leave. So here's my lesson for anybody that's going to be on Blab or who have their own show on Blab, is that you want to keep it evergreen because it's live right now. And you said good evening, blah, blah, blah. Well, they could be listening to it during the morning hour, or they could be in Australia. It could be a different time. So the best way to handle that when you're working on an international and a show that could go live at any time or replayed is to say good day, or make it
say good day, mate.
Could be night though. So yeah. So anyway, just try to keep it evergreen when possible, right? We're going to be talking about Christmas at Christmas time. That can't be stopped, but
That's such a long season.
it really is. Yeah, the holiday season, right? Another thing is, when they come into to Blab, and they say, I want to log in through Facebook, then we can't follow them. So please, if you invite somebody in, please let them know to please try to log in through their Twitter account. Even if they don't use Twitter, they just come in through their Twitter account.
I didn't know that.
Well, everyone should use Chrome, and everyone should log in through Twitter before they get into Blab.
Oh.
And that way, those little circles up at the top, and hi, Guy. If you look up to Guy up at the top and put your cursor on his circle, you're going to see that his name is Guy R. Cook, and you can follow him. Now, he could follow you back if he wanted to, right? And if you click on the little bird, it's going to take you to his Twitter account, and you can connect with him on Twitter there also. If they log in through Facebook, you cannot. It takes you nowhere. So that's why people are generally on Blab or generally doing a live show like this because they want to build an audience or because they want to be heard. So by doing it this way, you're more apt to get people to follow you and get a following.
Okay.
And
good to know.
Guy says he can also send us a PayPal so we can send him money.
Oh.
Okay, Guy.
Smart man.
I doubt if we're going to do that, but you could try. A good try.
Good try.
Yeah. So that's your lesson for today.
I want to know what I get for my money.
Yeah.
Hey.
Uh-oh. Leave it to Melinda.
Well, you never know. It may be. Well, let's see what he says.
Just
keep talking. I'm testing the ability. Okay.
Record with Linux. Oh, okay.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Well, like I said, if you're going to put a PayPal out there and you want me to throw some dollars at you, I need to know what I'm getting for those dollars.
There you go.
So I just thought I'd mention that.
So earlier I was talking about Louise's ability. She's got a green thumb and she's a master gardener. And she has taken many, many courses and classes to get that certification, Master Gardener. And now she's going to take the knowledge that she's gained over the years, and she's going to take cuttings from all over many different plants and start growing things for us to buy, which I am so happy about because there's certain plants that I just want tons of them in my house now that I don't have cats anymore.
Well, if I come to your house, you better look out. I might bring my nippers and take cuttings from some of your plants.
Of course you can.
Good.
You are definitely welcome to take some of ours.
Take all of them. Huh?
No. I actually have two. I was actually given, Maria and I were both given 2 years ago on Mother's Day because Maria's birthday is Mother's Day. And, of course, I'm her mom, right? Yeah. So my brother came in with what they call money trees. And they are actually doing very well. You see them, Marion, by the door, those leafy, right? And they have been growing just fine. It's interesting because they are water plants, and they are growing. They just keep growing. If you would have, they weren't any bigger. Excuse what's in my glass. Any bigger than the glass, right? But now, Marion can tell you they're pretty tall.
I would love to have some cuttings.
Yeah. And they called them. I looked them up, and he said they're the money tree, and I was like, "Oh, I like that." And I said, "Are you pulling my leg?" And he told me no. That he looked them up, and that when he talked to the lady, they told him that they were known as money trees.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Well, I'll go look it up on Google.
Yes. Well, and if Marion comes home all of a sudden and says, we've got to hide this plant from Melinda, you'll know that she had taken too many clippings from my money tree.
Well, it's easy to do, and it usually improves the plant if you do it at the right season.
Right.
Yes.
That's true.
Okay,
Good.
so we have about 15 minutes, and I I want to change the subject a little bit because I feel it's very important. You know how you have a burning desire to tell people about things, or you want to share something that's working for you? That's what I have going on right now. I am surrounding myself with people that I love, that I trust, and that make me feel good. And even though I have faults and they have faults and they have quirks, I don't have any of those, but even though they have a few quirks, I just adore them. And so I wanted to share some of the cool things that are happening to me. And one of them is this: I'm rereading a book. And I talked about this earlier today with Louise. It's called Meet and Grow Rich by Dr. Joe Vitale and Bill Hibbeler. And basically, it's how to easily create and operate your own mastermind group for health, wealth, and more. And isn't that what you want to be thinking about surrounding yourself by? People that are going to make you feel healthy and wealthy and wise, right?
Yes.
People that are going to pick you up when you're not feeling well. Two of my best friends are right here, sitting kitty corner. I don't know which direction you guys are in, looking at your screen, but to me, Melinda's right here on my right, and Louise is right here, and I feel surrounded by people who love me, who support me, who know me inside and out. And really, what better way to spend your life than surrounded by people who are uplifting and supportive?
Right.
So it always hasn't been that way. And Louise knows even more than Melinda that there have been some people in my life that brought me down, that were mean to me, that were all the things that I didn't want, and yet I kept them around.
I have found that syndrome that was in my pocket for a while. And I talked to a lady that is actually a mentor. And she flat told me, she says, if you could train your brain to every day release all that no longer serves you and fill it with unconditional love, you would be surprised of what people literally just kind of go away with the sand and the water that goes out. So when I thought about that and I looked at it, I thought, that is something I could easily do, is to teach my brain, this is what I'm releasing today. If it doesn't serve me, you're out of here. And today that happened to me.
Huh?
It actually happened. I was talking to a lady who I had been kind of, I'm going to say, toying with the idea of doing business with. And while I was listening to her and talking about the various things, all of a sudden what happened was that I realized, oh no, I don't need this around me all the time. I don't know what the trigger was, but the trigger came in and she says, well, so this is what I believe. I said, this is what I believe. I need to rethink this. I said, and I need to really look at my schedule and recalibrate how much more I want to put on my plate. I said, so we are simply going to table this at this moment. I'm going to say, God bless you, and go on your, and do what you have to do. But Melinda is going to do what I have to do.
Right. Yeah. Very wise.
Oh, wise one. Yeah, not everybody's cut out to be around us, or they're there to teach us something, right? That's a possibility too.
The other day on Facebook, somebody said, do we ever notice that a lesson keeps repeating?
Oh.
And I started laughing. I wrote on there, I said, yes, that's why the minute I see that it's a lesson, I say, thank you. I have learned this lesson. I've learned this one. I don't need this one again. I appreciate it, but I'm done with this one. And I've realized that when I actually understand what it was that I was supposed to learn, gratefully it stopped showing up.
That's happened.
But, sometimes I'm a mule. I know y'all are shocked by that. You know, I know that that's astounding to you people that I would be a mule, but there are just some mule tendencies out there every now and then. So when it comes back and bites me the third time, I know it's time to, I've learned this lesson.
Yes.
Very wise.
Well, Louise, I know you've had the same challenges. Do you
Yes.
have anything to add?
Yeah, my challenge is being around people who know it all. I can say the sun is shining. Oh, no, it's getting ready to rain. If I make a comment, they make the opposite comment. I was married to one of those for 11 years. And every once in a while, that lesson will come back and hit me in the face. And I recognize it now.
Oh my God,
And I've
that is
actually
so
called
funny.
one woman on it and said, I've learned that lesson. Let's not do this. And I explained to her. And she got it. We're still friends today.
Oh, good. That's good. Well, I have somebody that I can't kick out of my life that does that. And so every time it happens, I bring it to her attention, or his attention. I shouldn't say her. We don't want to call anybody out here. But I can't kick this person out of my life. So I thought, let me just shine the light on that behavior and see if that really is something that they want to, bring into the world. Is this really the way you want to be? Some people, including me, we don't even realize we have the traits sometimes that we do, right? It's like on automatic pilot, And if I had any faults, I'm sure I would know that.
Well, you don't have that fault, the one I'm talking about. No.
I've got a couple.
Oh, we all do. We're people. We're humans.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Louise and I had a mutual friend, and she was not negative in the way that you would think, like you saying something, she would say the opposite. But she was, how do you want to say this? She'd hit you over the head with her opinion. It's like, you will listen louder. That's a combination of two words, harder and louder. You will listen and you will listen and you will listen until you finally give in. And I actually saw her beat Louise down one day. I heard her. She just kept getting louder and getting taller and louder. And I thought, Louise, why do you keep this person around? Well, she eventually left Louise's circle and unfriended her on Facebook and everything. I thought, okay, good. She's out of your life. Now, if you want that to be repeated, don't learn the lesson.
It's funny that you say that. I had an encounter with someone just within this week, and I finally told him. I said, I understand the situation you're going into. I said, and I want to tell you clearly, because this person said, Melinda, I don't know why we don't click. And I said, well, in earnest, I said, it's very clear and simple to me. And she looked at me. She goes, really? Or this person looked at me and said, really? And I said, yes. I said, I normally get very defensive when someone is trying to belittle me.
Oh.
And the person sat back and says, that's not the conflict I see. And I chuckled a little bit. I said, I know. I said, I know you don't see it. I said, that's why I'm going to help you see it. I said, because in your opinion, you're trying to out-talk. You're trying to force your opinion on me. I said, and this is where that mule thing comes in. This is where the headache comes in, that I am a mule, and I'm just as good as you are, that when I dig my heels in, they're kind of stuck. That's what I've raised. I said, and it's really nothing to do with like or dislike. I said, it has everything to do with the fact that we are simply two women. I'm going to say it. It's two women. I said, and we're set in our ways. I said, and that's okay. I said, the difference is that I don't have to have it forced on me.
I want you both to promise me right now, that if I do anything, especially on a consistent basis, or I keep repeating some kind of behavior, yeah. Other than that one, I'm not sure I can stop that one. Okay. But if I do, if I overtalk you, or I talk too much, or if I mean to you in any way, please let me know, because I don't mean to. Okay. I literally want my friends to be able to tell me, you know what you do? It's kind of
Well, I think that.
Uh-oh, she's typing up a message for me already.
You see, I'm getting close, right? Actually, I think that I want to just in a moment. Let me just say this real quick, Guy. I want you to know that my USB is what I use for my microphone and my ears, and it works just fine for me. I just think you might want to check on that before you chunk us away, because my mic and my ears work good with a USB. Just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, I have what I use is and I know Louise has the same thing. It's an Audio Technica. Let's see, there's a number on here, but ATR 2100, and it comes with earbuds, and it really sounds good.
Mine looks like a little bit of a hanging noose.
That I'd like to,
that I'd like to clip onto my blouse, or I can even clip it onto my earring, or just different things just to kind of goof people up. But I use it so that way I can also use it when I'm videotaping, because I do videography work and photography work. But this one, I don't, unless you ladies are going to tell me, I don't think I have any difficulties.
No, it sounds good.
No, it's wonderful.
And I will, in earnest, I got this off, and it has a USB so that I can put it into my camera and put it into my computer, and put it into our video cams, and just into our mixer and everything. So I have to kind of stick with the USBs. I just thought I'd let you know that.
Now, yours is bigger than mine, but I have one from Rode. Can you see that? It's from Rode.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes in a little baggie. I carry it with me everywhere I go in my purse. And it's the same thing. It clips onto my lapel, and I can plug it into my phone.
Right.
So it works great if you're going to do videos on an iPhone or something like that. You're out and about, and I just absolutely love it. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it was well worth it. Let me tell you.
And Gary, what is the name of your Guy? What is the name of your show?
Yeah, that's portable. That's right. Oh, Gary's on Blab all the time. Don't you have more than one show, Gary? Guy. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
The Guy R. Cook Report.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. I'll have to try it out.
Good. Well, as you all know, this is only a 30-minute show, and man, I feel like I talked the whole time, so I'm going to have to really watch that next time. Lady Lou, it's going to be your show next time.
No, you've been fine.
Oh, dear.
Now, here's my signal. When somebody starts to do what, we've talked about just now, that's that girlfriend. When I do this, she knows, uh-oh, I'm at it again. So that's how I tell them. Very, and hopefully it's not too intrusive.
Right.
But then they catch it.
Remember the finger. Okay.
The finger. The good finger, though.
It's not going to use that one. So, I normally, I guess I'm more like the Tina Turner effect. I don't do it nice and easy, right? So if I'm going to give it to you, I'm just going to flat out say, this is it. Done. Like I did earlier, I said, this is why we're not going to make it. Our connection isn't going to work. Simply because of the fact that, it's been a while. And I found myself going back into the corporate mode of, oh my God, I've got a self-defense. And, all of a sudden I felt that competitive. I said, okay, no. I said, we've been together for 10 minutes and I can't do this.
Smart lady.
The beast will come out. So, I think that for me, it's just, let's just go ahead and, I think we have to be right up honest with that and realize that it's a lot easier. But, bye, Guy. 7 a.m. is awful early. I just wanted.
That's Pacific time. That's 7:65. That's 5 a.m. your time.
Yeah. That's even makes it more so early.
for me, Guy. I just wanted to say thank you, but
No,
bye.
that's 9 o'clock our time.
I
If
thought
it's
they were
7 in
earlier.
Pacific time, they're earlier than we are. So it's 9.
Oh, I see.
Okay, guys. So if I'm in Dallas, Texas, what time is your show on for me?
He's already gone. He
He's already
he
gone?
said 7 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 9 a.m. Thank you, Gracie, for saving me. Thank you. I might be able to swing that, at 9 a.m. But whew,
So Gracie, you were following me, and then when you went to follow me, you actually unfollowed me. So now you unfollowed me, and I'm feeling bad about that. So you better follow me again, okay?
Well, I didn't see Gracie up here.
Yeah, she's here.
I was good. I said hello, even though I don't know Gracie, but I did say hello and welcomed her into the room.
Well, I'm looking up at the top.
Actually, my name on Twitter is at Marian LaSalle because I'm coming in as Future Media TV, Gracie. So I'm actually I'll put it in there, at Marian LaSalle. So we're going to come on at 7:15 every Tuesday night. And so we have another show that starts at 8. So we're going to go ahead and close this show right now, but be sure and come back. We got about a 15-minute break for you to go and drink your toddies and to maybe take a quick nap and get back here at 8 o'clock.
Well, tell them what the show is that they're coming back for.
Okay, it's Late Night Media Q&A. And it's if you go to Facebook, let's see what the link is. Facebook, what is it, Louise? Hold on. Facebook.com/Future Media TV. It'll show you all of our shows. And I know Melinda's getting ready to do a radio show, but darn it if I wasn't going to get her to do a TV show.
Actually, I actually recorded our first Living the Dream radio show.
Wow.
We're going to do different things like that. And Marian's right. We're going to go into Living the Dream TV.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Look, yep. I'm going to. I talked it over with. Or do we want to talk about this on the next?
Yeah, let's talk about it later. All right.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Gracie, it was great.
Yeah.
I hope to see you soon again.
Tuesday night, 7:15, right here on the LL Variety Show. See you later.
We love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.